Citadella. The Citadella is the fortification located upon the top of Gellert Hill in Budapest, Hungary. Citadella is the Hungarian word for citadel, a kind of fortress. The word is exclusively used by other languages to refer to the Gellert Hill citadel, which occupies a place which held strategic importance in Budapest's military history. The fortress was built in 1851 by Julius Jacob von Haynau, a commander of the Austrian Empire, and was designed by Emanuel Zitter and Ferenc Kasilik, after the Hungarian Revolution of 1848. It occupies almost the entire 235 meters high plateau. The fortress is a U-shaped structure built about a central courtyard, being 220 meters long, 60 meters wide, and 4 meters tall. It had a complement of 60 cannons. 1. Actually built by Hungarian forced laborers, it was finished in 1854. In June 1854, Austrian troops settled in the citadel. After the Austro-Hungarian Compromise of 1867 and the establishment of Austria-Hungary, the Hungarians demanded the destruction of the citadel, but the garrison troops left only in 1897, when the main gate was symbolically damaged. It was not until late 1899 when the city took possession of the citadel. A few months later, in 1900, the walls were demolished. In the Hungarian Revolution of 1956, Soviet troops occupied the Citadella and fired down into the city during the assault that overthrew the Nagy-led Hungarian government. Budapest. Budapest is the capital and the most populous city of Hungary, and the 9th largest city in the European Union by population within city limits. The city has an estimated population of 1,752,286 over a land area of about 525 square kilometers. Budapest is both a city and county, and forms the center of the Budapest metropolitan area, which has an area of 7,626 square kilometers and a population of 3 million. Buda Castle. Buda Castle is the historical castle and palace. Buda Castle. Buda Castle is the historical castle and palace complex of the Hungarian kings in Budapest. It was first completed in 1265, but the massive Baroque palace today occupying most of the site was built between 1749 and 1769. The complex in the past was referred to as either the Royal Palace or the Royal Castle. The castle now houses the Hungarian National Gallery and the Budapest History Museum. Buda Castle sits on the southern tip of Castle Hill, surrounded by the touristic area known as Várnegyed, which is famous for medieval, Baroque and neoclassical houses, churches, public buildings, and monuments. Széchenyi Chain Bridge. The Széchenyi Chain Bridge is a chain bridge that spans the river Danube between Buda and Pest, the western and eastern sides of Budapest, the capital of Hungary. Designed by English engineer William Tierney Clark and built by Scottish engineer Adam Clark, it was the first permanent bridge across the Danube in Hungary. It was opened in 1849. It is anchored on the Pest side of the river to Széchenyi Square, adjacent to the Gresham Palace and the Hungarian Academy of Sciences, and on the Buda side to Adam Clark Square, near the 0-kilometer stone and the lower end of the Castle Hill funicular, leading to Buda Castle. The bridge has the name of István Széchenyi, a major supporter of its construction, attached to it, but is most commonly known as the Chain Bridge. At the time of its construction, it was regarded as one of the modern world's engineering wonders. It has asserted an enormous significance in the country's economic, social and cultural life, much as the Brooklyn Bridge has in New York and the US. Its decorations made of cast iron, and its construction, radiating calm dignity and balance, have elevated the chain bridge to a high stature in Europe. It became a symbol of advancement, national awakening, and the linkage between East and West. Budapest. Budapest is the capital and Matthias Church. The Church of the Assumption of the Buda Castle, more commonly known as the Matthias Church, more rarely the Coronation Church of Buda, is a Roman Catholic church located in the Holy Trinity Square, Budapest, Hungary, in front of the Fisherman's Bastion at the heart of Buda's Castle district. According to church tradition, it was originally built in Romanesque style in 1015, although few references exist. The current building was constructed in the florid late Gothic style in the second half of the 14th century and was extensively restored in the late 19th century. It was the second largest church of medieval Buda and the seventh largest church of the medieval Hungarian kingdom.